Hey everybody, it's Salami. Today we're doing something a little different. I've had requests for this type of video for a while now, both from viewers and from content creator friends who've suggested this type of thing. It's different from what we normally do, but it's something that I've been interested in trying. And it is sort of a slower pace from what we normally do in our forever world. But we've got some changes coming, and I figured now would be the best time to do this kind of video. We are working towards our first Common Ground videos. Those launch next week. Our first Common Ground SMP video launches next week. If you don't know what Common Ground is, it is a SMP I created with other amazing content creators, and we are finally just about ready to show you what we've been working on. But with that, the Forever World is going to get left behind for a little bit. Not completely. Zombie in our village. Let's take care of that real quick. Maybe they want to be friends, but I have a feeling not. He looks a little upset. Let's grab some iron to heal him while we're talking. So the purpose of this video is to be a relaxing long play to kind of tie up some loose ends in the Forever World as we prepare to move to the Common Ground world. It's sort of like maybe if you're crafting, or in my case, woodworking, a huge hobby of mine. When I finish a project, I like to clean up my workshop and get it ready so that the next time I start, everything is clean where it's supposed to be, and it makes the creative process so much easier for me. So we're not necessarily finishing the Forever World, or else it wouldn't be a Forever World. Instead, we are just going to take a little break from it. We have a lot of amazing things planned for Common Ground, but that in no way means that we're going to be leaving this behind forever. You can see things are a bit of a mess. My last project kind of ended. I had to hurry up, get the video out, and we have been left with chests scattered all over the place and a couple of unfinished areas that I kept saying, oh, I'll do this in the future. I'll do this in the future. Well, the future is now, and it's time to kind of get those things done. So today we're going to be doing a couple things. Step one is kind of doing what I'm doing right now, and that's getting organized once again. I think I'm going to keep some of these torches and things on me, at least the lanterns. Yes, these can go in here if we need to light up some paths, which I feel like we probably will have to. But outside of doing some storage things, we're also going to be moving our bees and our sheep to a more permanent location. Let's get this put away real quick, and we can walk over there and kind of talk about the plans. Wouldn't hurt to heal up our pickaxe either. The sound of the silverfish isn't too relaxing, so maybe we'll hold off on that. I'm going to try my best to not use my elytra today. Just going to take it slow, do our thing, and get a few things done. If this is your first video of mine, first off, welcome. We've got all kinds of great things going on on this channel as the sun rises over our gate there. And for those that are returning, I hope you like this style of video. It's not something that I'll be doing all the time, but it's just something I'll be doing every once in a while like today. This farm is currently broken, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll have to clean that up. We'll have to... This is also seemingly full. Yep. Let's move some of this for now. And maybe slowly, as we go through the world, we can kind of take a little tour of everything we've accomplished so far as well. So this was our starter area. In our wood shop. We've got a few farms in the basement here. Our campfire here, which is very much related to our Common Ground theme. Just a nice little area to start out on. These guys are having a staring match, and I think it's just going to stay that way. But this is the traveling cart from Stardew Valley, if you're familiar with that game. And it also doubles as a chicken farm. I was thinking about making that chicken farm in Common Ground. But I've gone vegetarian in that world. For those of you that have been around, you know all about Mayor Popcorn. And if you're new, we'll pay him a visit in just a second. I'm going to grab some iron to help out our iron golem in that pond over there. And we'll put this wool away too. Let's grab a few pieces of iron. And I'm realizing I usually have my Minecraft music off for my recordings, but why don't we turn that on? Just softly. So as we're walking around, we have a bit of a soundtrack. That cliffside over there, that big cliffside, is the last thing we've worked on. Eventually, we will put a big build on top of that, but not right now. Not today, at least. We've got a lot of other things to get done. And I know, yep, we've got a couple chests over here as well that need a little relocating. Hey, buddy. Could use some of this. There you go. I have a feeling... Oh, there's one of our villagers. Is there another up here? There is. There should be two down here. Looks like one ran away. But what would you expect from villagers? Let's head over and pay Mayor Popcorn a visit. And his friends as well. Our commenter forest, I really hope to do something like this in Common Ground. Not sure what yet. But we'll figure out something. A lot of people use these kind of videos to put on as they fall asleep, or maybe as they just want something playing in the background. If you're one of those people, hello. I'm glad this found you. And if you're somebody that just likes supporting the channel, I'm glad you're here too. I appreciate you. Mayor Popcorn, hello. Milk Dud wants to say hi. We got Marshmallow, Nacho, Twizzler in the shade here. Where's Butter? Oh, there's Butter. So, because of Mayor Popcorn, I've felt really bad about eating chicken in my other world. And spoiler, Mayor Popcorn makes an appearance. He is a time traveler, so he can be there and here. Stopping into the coffee shop. This was one of our more recent builds. Probably got some cocoa beans in here. We sure do. Let's harvest these and replant. Ooh, the axe is too strong. Put those in there. And let's head out. If you're liking these builds, and maybe this is the first video of mine that you're seeing, maybe consider subscribing. Like I said, not all of my videos will be like this, not these relaxing long plays. However, the overall vibe of the channel does fit this. We go for calm, relaxing, community-focused builds and gameplay. So if you are new, I hope you stick around. We've got a great community of people in the Discord. Curly is over here because he keeps running away. We've got some of our fish here in our pond next to the church or monastery, whatever you'd like to call it. Got lots of vines coming down from these trees. No matter how many string I put around, they always seem to be overcome. So this is our monastery. Got some custom paintings on the wall. A study. A bedroom. A little loft. Not much up here. Some spider webs. Another bedroom. This is kind of a dark and dilapidated monastery. And the cellar down below. Through these doors and all the way down those stairs is an XP farm. There's a lot going on over here. Before we start working on anything, I gotta show off the Midnight Athenaeum. This is our villager trading post for librarians specifically. And we've got just about one of every villager trade here. Almost every single one. These guys are all around. I've got a few more I need to get. These guys that aren't librarians yet don't have the trades. But we have nearly every single book. Look at the way the light shines through that window. That's absolutely beautiful. We have flying fish. And so much beautiful artwork from my community. Everybody's so amazing. There's an upper level as well up there with more villagers. But we do have things to do today, so as much as I would love to show you and talk deeply about every single thing, I think we're just going to do a quick skim just to give you an idea. While we're over here, why not visit the graveyard? Lots of little details in these builds. I honestly haven't logged in probably almost 2 weeks to this world. I've been so focused on getting Common Ground things up and going. And I love all the details I put into these builds. And I've definitely tried to carry that over to Common Ground. But we're so early game right now that it's been very difficult. But it makes me excited to see this kind of stuff. It reminds me that very soon we'll have all access to these kinds of materials and tools where we can get this kind of detail back into our world. That up there is our Dwarven Forge. It doubles as an iron farm. We have our nether portal there. Our flying ship. You can see the propellers turning. That is our creeper farm. And then we have our enchanting setup in the wizard's tower. Our greenhouse poking over our storage room there. That's our blacksmith. So much going on. We have accomplished so much in this world, and one of the questions I get a lot is how long have I been playing on this world? I started in the beginning of November 2025. So not too long, less than a year. This world has so much potential, and I am going to be sure that we don't waste it. We will be back. We have a bit of a lighting issue. Let's clean up these chests as our first real task today. I do believe those are the only rogue ones sitting around. The village was kind of the last thing that we built. As you can see, my lighting sticks to my paths. We haven't quite gotten out into those fields just yet. But everything up this way should be spawn-proofed. Some of these areas look a little questionable, but I'm pretty sure they're all good. Hello. Quick check of our world. You can see we take up quite an area. But a beautiful area at that. This is one thing that I'm really missing in our in Common Ground. Getting mixed up between the two now. We have yet to set up a good storage system. I am missing being organized. And actually, as of filming this, that is what I will be working on next. Not a permanent solution, but a temporary one that solves a lot of our current issues we have over there. So many firefly bushes. Probably put those with moss. Yeah. When I made this storage system, there were a few things I left out, like coal. So for whatever reason, coal has made it into the iron chest. It's just what made sense to me. Got a lot of gravel and things. Even though I created this system, it does tend to get me mixed up every once in a while. This is the bottom and this is the top, but I sometimes forget that. Our wool chest is almost full. We're nearly there. one of these, this one, has workstations. Put that away. And of course our sugar cane. We don't need these maps right now. I think that's it for now. Back for another trip. If you do like this long style of content, I put all of my live streams into a playlist on the channel. Playlist is just called live streams. We get a little bit more high energy during the live streams, but that's just because I spend most of the time interacting with chat and more recently interacting with some of my Common Ground friends. But again, we're not yelling in your face or anything. Just a little bit more excited than how we are right now. I would love to fill that creeper hole, but I think I would be causing more problems right now. Maybe. Let's try to clear these guys out. Another question I get when I do throw these shaders on is, what shaders do you use? These are complimentary reimagined, and I don't think I tweaked any of the settings on them. Believe this is like out of the box. Looks just like this. The only thing I did change are the clouds. I also used the Better Clouds mod. Just really like those. Let's fill this creeper hole. Excuse me. We get a lot of hate on our shorts for not filling in our holes all the way. In fact, most of this area has a lot of ground underneath it. But just for today, we'll fill this one in. Do it the right way. Get some of this XP. Heal our pickaxe just a bit. And over to the storage system once more. This is such an interesting pace for me for this world. I so often am is using rockets like they're, going through them like they're water. I usually do not have more than 3 to 5 seconds of nighttime. I immediately hop into bed, get it to the day. But typically that's because I'm crunched for time, trying to get a video out. We do release weekly videos on the channel. And most of the time I've got a pretty good schedule down, but sometimes life gets busy and a wrench gets thrown into things. And during those times is when I'm running all over the place in this world. And not only that, but some of these projects are huge. The forge, the ship, that tavern, the Midnight Athenium. There's a lot of big projects in this world. So to get those done on a weekly basis can be a little bit of a struggle sometimes. I think that's why I find myself running around so commonly in this world. But this feels nice. It feels nice to just take it one step at a time. I believe I combined my terracotta and my concrete just to make it easy. I like to keep some scaffolding on me. Put our bamboo away. And we get another song. Let's go. I've had the music off for so long that I forget how wonderful it is. Before I got back into making content, this is kind of the pace I would play Minecraft on. I would leave the music on, wander around, mine a little bit, just do my thing. And don't get me wrong, I love the pace that I currently play Minecraft. I love seeing progress, but this is reminding me of my other love of the game. And that is just the ability to breathe, take a deep breath, and decompress. This guy, I think they might just be stuck like this for the rest of eternity. For forever. They need a love story. Let's see, can we just break this? All right, with some room to spare. We do have a channel in the Discord for fan art. So if somebody wants to draw these two lovebirds, I'd love to see it. We'll be bringing a gallery over to Common Ground as well. So don't worry about that. I love showcasing the art of my community. I've got so many talented members, and I just know more and more are going to come through. All right. That village build took a lot of materials, a lot of different materials. I try to use a different wood type for each building, or at least one different. Most of them, I think I use 2 different wood types. So all in all, there's probably 6 to 8 different wood types over there. Which means a lot of pieces to carry back. As we continue to clean this up, I wanted to talk a little bit about change. My life has changed a ton in the past year, more than it ever has, all in good ways. And in by the time this comes out, just a few days, I'll be starting a new job. Ever since I graduated college, I've worked at the same place. And that place has allowed me to put food on the table, to have a roof over my head, to start a family, own a home. But it was time to move on. I, like many of you, I'm sure, am what I would call a lifelong learner. And when I start to feel stagnant, I kind of get down in the dumps. Feels bad to make another trip just for these few blocks. Let's get rid of some things just in case they despawn. We'll take the bigger and better things. Okay, we'll come back for them. But as I was saying, when I start to feel stagnant, I get down on myself. I thrive off of being productive, learning new things, and honestly, being outside of my comfort zone. And that can be really scary. I would be lying if I said I'm not nervous. It's a huge change. For my entire adulthood, I've either been in school or working at my current spot. And now, in just a few days, that is all going to change. I truly, truly, in my heart, know it's the right decision. Everything, did I do that? I must have done that earlier. Everything is looking better. But it doesn't mean it's not scary. The same kind of goes for starting Common Ground. That was scary to launch that video. Putting out there, not just myself, but my idea, my project for the world to see, hoping that somebody would relate to it, that somebody else was also looking for that thing I had been searching for. There was a time during the applications that I really thought it wasn't going to work out. In fact, I wrote a whole speech about it. A speech about failure. And maybe speech is the wrong word. A script. I wrote a script for an announcement video talking about how my project failed. And what's so unreal to me is that not only did it not fail, but I can already tell from the about month we've been playing together that it is going to succeed far beyond what I initially imagined. But I think it would be fun to read you some of those sentences from the script, just to talk about and show that failure is okay. That it's okay to fail at something, because when you fail and you recognize that you failed, you at least learned. you learn something. I have failed plenty in my life. I am my own greatest critic. To be completely honest with you, I'm surrounded by people that think the world of me. And I'm so rich in life to have that. All of my loved ones believe in me. They believe in what I do. And please don't for a second think that I take that for granted. It is a privilege that I recognize and something that I wish everybody had. But because I have that, there's a weird part of me that feels like someone has to be critical. It can't be sunshines and rainbows for me all the time. Not everything I do is good or perfect. So, with that, I have somehow in my life become my greatest critic. I see the imperfections in everything that I make, and I have a really hard time being satisfied. But every week when I put out a video, even if I don't feel 100% confident that it's the best I could have done, it at least makes me feel warm inside when I know somebody spent time enjoying it. I thought that guy was going to get me. But I pulled this script up, and I thought it would be fun to share, since there really is not another opportunity for me to share it. And it's something that I did work on. It's short, it's sweet, but maybe you'd be interested in it. And please know that this was me doubting myself. I didn't think that I could do it. I didn't think that it would work out, but it did. So, this is something that would have come out in a different timeline if things hadn't worked out. Failing publicly is no fun. In fact, it's kind of devastating. A few weeks ago, I launched the application video for Common Ground SMP. An SMP focused on the love of the game, building community, and relaxing, engaging videos. The application was open for 3 weeks, and unfortunately, in that time, I was unable to find the right people. It doesn't mean I didn't find anyone. I actually met a handful of great creators that I wish this worked out with, but it wasn't enough to get it where I wanted it to be. So with that, Common Ground SMP will not come to life. At least, not how I originally envisioned. So stick around and I'll tell you more about what's going to come. It is sad because I put a good amount of work into it. Time and money, getting everything set and ready. A lot went into it behind the scenes, but in the end, it didn't reach the right audience. This is where I would have introduced what Common Ground was going to be, and I don't want to drop that quite yet. Because I do still want this kind of project to happen, It's just not quite ready. But join the Discord and you should get updates, hopefully in the next few months. It's a little sad reading that, because what ended up coming of Common Ground is something so incredible. Slowness is not what I needed right now. Slowness and poison. Oh no. Bad timing. Remember how I said I wouldn't use the elytra? Well, let's do it just once. Ooh, back to safety. I guess if I want to venture over there, I should wait till daytime. But yes, all in all, Common Ground has worked out, and I'm so excited for you to see it. One of the places that I need to visit before we start our project is the Druid's Grove. Ooh, and it's raining. Lucky for me, the Druid's Grove is the perfect spot to get out of the rain. But we took a bad route. Like I said before, I'm so used to flying around in this world that I've kind of forgotten what I put these paths here for. Our builds span such a large area that there's a lot of lighting issues. Our paths are mostly safe, but I do think we need to take at least another step to clear out the other ones. Lighting up just another bit from the edge. Looks a little menacing in the rain. Oh man. Oh well. And down to the Druid's Grove we go. To me, the most beautiful XP farm in existence. And like I said, I'm my own worst critic, so that's pretty good. Let's see. Let's do this. I will turn off our hostile mob sounds. Oh, they're already off. Perfect. Where's our totem? Oh no. Oh no. Our totem's gone. I wonder. I must have left it the last time I was here. Well, here's a little secret. It doesn't have to be a totem. But usually we put a totem right here and that'll start our XP farm. But it can be any block. That'll work. And now we stand here for a bit, and in just a second we can start swinging. And there's our XP coming. What's actually happening here is I've got quite the system hooked up, to where silverfish are spawning, going up a bubble column, and clipping into this armor stand, so that when I swing this sword, I kill the ones below me, and I get a good amount of XP. You can see my pickaxe is healing fairly quickly. And this goes on for a couple minutes as the infestation potion lasts. There's actually a timer hooked up to that copper block behind me, right above my head. And when 3 minutes is up, what typically would happen is the copper golem, the totem or idol, will get pushed off of that block. So I know that my time is up and that there's no more silverfish spawning. But with the way that our totem is seemingly lost for now, we'll just have to pay attention to the XP. Once we stop getting it, we'll know that our time is up for now. Still coming. I thought maybe we were done, but not quite. Usually, I guess that's it. Oh, I guess not. I was going to say, I didn't see that copper block trigger. Granted, I wasn't staring at it. Let's see if we can heal our axe up a little bit too. While we're here, there we go. You just saw that move. That means we're getting the last of the silverfish now. That should be it. Yep. All right. All done. Move some of this around. Got an armadillo scoop. That can go right back in there. And you know what? That can go in there too. Okay, most of our tools got healed up from that. It's almost daytime, or it is daytime. It's just raining. Let's go take a look at our bee farm. And let's figure out what we want to do with that. I've tried to make all of my farms look pretty. The Druid's Grove there is a great example. I have a creeper farm in the flying ship. My iron farm is right over... Not sure what button I just hit. Is right over there. There's our iron farm. We have a potion brewing farm in the tavern there. We have a guardian farm somewhere far, far away. That's a manual cocoa bean farm, but it's still a farm. Our chicken farm. We have a bamboo farm. I did it again. I think because I'm strafing, trying to do my zoom. Our bamboo farm is in our wood shop. Our wood farm. We have 2 giant wood farms in that silo. Skeleton farm in the church over there. So the bee farm and the sheep farm, all of that to kind of get to this point, were always meant to be temporary. They were not meant to be permanent fixtures in this world. compared to everything else, I'm sure you can see why. They don't quite meet the standards of what I was going for. Now, I think I can break this. I think. Yes. Okay, we're gonna break this real quick. Actually, I think my axe is Silk Touch. It is. This farm was meant to collect honey bottles to make honey blocks. I think I'd like to switch it over to honeycomb. We've got enough honey blocks for now. But let's tear it down. And we're going to tear down our sheep farm as well. And we will be moving this all to our industrial district over here. I don't think I want it to look too industrial, though. I think we want a cozy build to round out our forever world, at least for now. And since it'll be housing bees and sheep, I feel like it's pretty fitting. Let's see. All of these bottles are going to clog my inventory. That's okay. I probably should be paying attention to how I built this. That's okay. We can figure it out. I do have a bee farm in the Druid's Grove that we can use as a template. That one does collect honeycomb, but all of my bees ran away. I tried to give them the free range lifestyle, but it didn't quite work out. And that's kind of been the story of my life with this series. I try to give all my mobs the free range lifestyle, but it never seems to work. Wish I had my shears on me. That wasn't too bad, though. I think we can reuse quite a few of these blocks for the full build. The sheep will have to wait because I do need more of them. And actually, let's take some of these. I think everything else is fine to stay in there for now. We can put some of this in there too, because we won't be using those. We'll pick up that chest once we get these guys done. Actually, let's put this stuff away for now. And then we might just be able to carry everything around. The rain actually worked to our advantage there. I usually can't stand Minecraft rain. It makes everything gloomy. And today and yesterday, both were gloomy days in the real world. So I could use some sunshine in my game. But at least that kept the bees inside for us for a while. Let's make a few more honey blocks. And then all these bottles, they can get put in the sand chest. probably use that glass, so we'll keep it on us for now. And we'll probably use that spruce. I don't think we'll use the stone. Yeah. Let's put these seeds away. We actually don't need these honey blocks either. Got a little bit of honeycomb in there. Realizing this should be here. All right. We're back to nighttime. That was fast. And the rain just kept going. I'm thinking we might want to fence in our sheep. I would like at least one of every color, but maybe we just wait until we're over there. We can do that. Ouch. Nothing like burning your foot when you're trying to be calm, cool, and relaxed. I think we're gonna take a brief sleep, a little nap, so that we can go over and work in the industrial district in peace. We'll probably start by lighting things up over there. And good morning. The sun is out, the rain is gone. Let's head over and pick a spot. I love the way the sun rises over our kingdom gates here. We have a beautiful rainbow in the background. We actually have quite a few of these walls and gates. There's some over on that side of the mountain. There's some right over here through this tunnel. Got a big wall there. And then behind the silo, you can kind of see another poking out. Right there. So now what? We could match the block palette in a way. I think I'd like to I definitely want to incorporate spruce. I think this could work actually. We have a lot of calcite that we just put away. Yeah, I think that could work. Something that I don't really have in this one that I'd like to add is a little bit of an overgrown look. Maybe I've got it a little bit down here, but more moss, more leaves. We'll have to branch our path out as well. Where do we want it? Right here feels a little too close. I don't think I like it on the end there. I almost think I want it maybe over here. Maybe right in that area. Let's see. Do a long path. Revealing my sins as I was discussing before. Somewhere like right here. I think that could be a good spot. And then in the future, we can have smaller farms branching off here. Yeah, I like that. Let's open this up a bit. We'll have to grab some blocks for some texturing, some path making. But I think this is good, because it gives us access right there as well. And maybe we'll connect that up too. Shovel too strong to try to do one little block like that. Okay, we could connect this as well. 2, 3. I don't hate that. Why not? Let's connect this up too. Just so we don't have to go all the way over to that one and walk down and over. It makes sense for a pathway. All right. It's a good start. What do we need? We need stone, mossy cobblestone. Well, actually, no, not stone. We just need cobblestone, mossy cobblestone, andesite, and tough. Get a few stacks of those. But you know what I said we would do first is light up this area. So why don't we do that before we do anything? We have... Do I have any moss carpets? Pale moss? Well, we'll get a few. Just like this. We have our pumpkins. So I have this mod that shows the light levels. We go like this. Nope. Like that. Okay, this whole area is bad. Actually, that's really strange. Is there not... Oh, there's not a pumpkin under there. I kind of expected there to be. So, this is what I normally do. We'll have our lanterns along the path. And then we'll use our pumpkins to do in between. None of this area is lit up. I guess I just haven't done this yet. No wonder there's so many mobs spawning over here. Let's just start from the entrance and we'll go from there. Don't love that. I have a feeling we're going to need quite a few more lanterns. But we're trying to make these last. So we'll stretch them as far as they can go. Though sometimes the corner just kind of naturally asks for one. over here. I put one there. That looks good. You can see I try to alternate what side they're on. All in all, it usually comes out just fine, even if I've got a misclick every once in a while. One more up by the entrance here. All right. And then this side? Yeah. We'll go down this whole path, even though we don't have anything down here yet. We are doing our due diligence and future proofing. We can do one more right here, even though we've already got light. That solves a big part of our issue. We do have 5 more lamps, so why don't we continue it over here for now? Do one right here. Gotten too focused on lighting things up, I forgot to eat. It is very hard to light up large areas like this, I won't deny it. Especially in a natural way. But I just wanted these to look like landscape lights that you may see lining a sidewalk or something like that. I think we captured that. This is such a weird line here that is going to make doing this not very easy. Same over here. But we try to place strategically, so we're using as few as possible, though it doesn't always work out that way. Let's see if does that cover it? Oh man, see what I mean? Just one little spot, but that's okay. Not the end of the world. I would love to light this area up a bit, since I do frequent it, and having a creeper go into our wood shop there, or wood factory, our sawmill, would be very bad. There's a lot of redstone that could get blown up in there. Some of these I like to hide behind the grass when I can. That still gives the same effect. Same thing over here. And one more for now. That gives us a good starting point, at least. It's not perfect, but it's better than what we had. Let's clean up this inventory a little bit, and let's grab some building blocks. I haven't built on camera, like designed something on camera, in a very long time. Almost every build you see in this world, not every single one, but almost every single one, was built in creative first, and then brought into this world via Lightmatica, or me just rebuilding it from memory, tweaking some things. But I don't have anything like that for the build we're about to start on. But I figured for a long play that kind of fits the theme, this definitely won't be a huge build. I have a vision in my mind of what it should be. It'll just be executing that vision. That'll be the challenge. I definitely want to do kind of like a U-shaped roof, I'm thinking. Something that looks natural. What do we got here? We got plenty of carpets here. We need to restock. All right. Let's grab some fences, some signs, some shelves. I have no wood though, which that doesn't help. I do have stripped dark oak. We could use that. And then let's grab some calcite. And our inventory is full for now. Actually, let's try to solve that real quick. Because we'll need this stuff later, just not right now. Into our redstone chest you go. Alright. We could also use some pale oak. I like the pale oak door, actually, for this build. I think we'll come back for leaves and things, the wildflowers and whatnot. This will get us started with something. We've got the glass too. Between the dark oak and the spruce, I think maybe we can get a foundation down. Some kind of roof line maybe. And then we can work on the inside. The redstone for this bee farm was pretty short and long. I probably should have counted how many blocks, but I think it was 18 blocks long. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I think so. Maybe it was 16. We'll make it like 17 or 19 blocks. Just to give us a moment and some room to expand. I am going to sleep though. We're going to take another nap. Uh-oh. We're definitely taking another nap. And the nightmare is over. Yeah, we definitely still need to work on lighting this area up. I'm going to place some of these blocks over here, and then we'll go back and we'll make our path. Let's just put a placeholder chest here. We have all of our bee nests. Got some of the materials that I think we'll need. this away. We'll keep this for now. Actually, let's light up this area a little bit better. Just this specific area so we can continue our build journey. Without being interrupted by creepers and the such. Most of this here will probably be covered up if I had to guess. You know what? If we move this over 1, I think we solve that problem. So let's move that. That'll be our build. So I'm not too worried about that. Just trying to handle a few of these one-offs. Light is very important. It's one of the things I've been working on in Common Ground is lighting that isn't... Because here my goal is to just light everything up so I don't get mob spawns. In Common Ground, it's a little different. I want there to be light so I don't get mob spawns, but I also want it to feel like you're enjoying the outdoors. So, you know, the lighting is a little bit more moody. Whoops. So there are definitely spots in around my base and Common Ground that look like mobs can spawn, but if you take a peek with this mod, you can see that that isn't the case. I guess I probably should have explained this. This is just the light level. We just need to be above a 0, and we're good. That takes care of a lot of it for now. I think the last time I walked past our village, I saw our Fletcher out and about. Hopefully he's still doing well. Same to our cleric. We're going to grab our materials for the path here. Get what we need. We can start going. One thing we definitely don't need right now is all this grass, these bones, this rotten flesh, or this gunpowder. Alright, so we need cobblestone, mossy cobblestone. Take a few of those. We need andesite. And we need tough. I figured tough would be our limiter. I'm not in the mood to mine more tough right now. Let's play with some gravel instead. The path doesn't have to be exact. And let's do this as well. Get some more mossy cobble. That might be enough. Take another one of those and another one of those, maybe. Just trying to save us a trip. You may have noticed as I'm walking around, all these signs hanging from these trees. Those are just people who have commented on my videos. This forest was actually constructed by kind of a mistake on my part. I put a short out on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube talking about how I make a tree for a person who comments on my videos. I thought that I made it clear I do it for one person at random per video, but it gave the idea that I did it for every person that commented on my short, and I kind of felt bad. So that forest has over 200 names in it of comments I received from that video. We are just going to be randomly placing these. And we're going to do that with each block type we have. I think I probably brought way too much. That's okay. At least we were prepared. We did need 2 stacks though, so that's good to know. Alright, let's do our mossy cobble. I like to put that kind of more towards the edges, if we can manage. But every so often, we'll have it slip into the middle, as long as it's touching another one that's on the edge. It's kind of the unwritten rule that I've given myself for that. I don't think we'll miss the tuff here either. I think it'll be okay. To our andesite. Just trying to get this closed up correctly so our gravel isn't super overpowering. We're getting a good mix here, though. I just hope the gravel isn't too jarring since we haven't used it before. I don't know. I think it'll be okay. Yeah, I actually like the gravel better than the tuff. I'm not sure why I didn't do gravel in the first place. Seems as though the sun is setting once more. Hopefully we solved our mob issues over here. We will find out in just a moment. Almost used that stack perfectly. All right, we've got a little left over. No problem. Let's get some of this stuff put away. Back into the ender chest they go. All right. Let's start on this build. I have a brief idea in my head of what I want this to be. think what I want is the door to go right here. I think. And let's do this instead. Just add a little bit of, ooh, missed that bad. A little bit of variation. Kind of matches the tone of the door a little bit more. You know what? Maybe I want the door inset. Whoops. Yeah. I think that's nice. And then we can do something like this. Ooh, one more. And you know what? We need to go one more up. One more up. I want this to kind of look like an arch, maybe? I said we needed to go one more up, and I thought we did, but we did not. Technically two, because yeah, there we go. All right. And then just clean this up. And we'll bring this out again. We don't have a ton of pale oak wood, but it's actually pretty easy to get with our wood farm. So I'm not too worried about it. I'm realizing that this should continue here. I think I want mostly like that. And maybe just something like that. All right. All right, we need a couple of things that I did not grab. And you know what? Yeah. We're going to need some stairs, we're going to need some shelves. Before I head all the way over there, I may have some reserved in the silo here. Let's see. We got a little bit. This is enough. This is definitely enough for what we need. Let's see. I'm definitely going to want 12 signs. Oh, hello, everybody. Not surprised. You spawned exactly where I expected you to. Those zombies, they see so far away. And we're gonna want some stairs. That's probably enough for now. You know, a trap door wouldn't hurt either. Let's see. I think a trapdoor is the right call. Maybe a slab. Let's see. So flip that. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. I'm wondering if this should be a stair too. Let's just see what it looks like if we do stairs there. It may look bad. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I actually think it's okay. So, let's see. If we want to frame this, we could do something like that. But it wouldn't make too much sense there. This is kind of its own. This jutting out is kind of its own structure. I think if anything, they would kind of go right here. And this would introduce the back area. Yeah. Okay, time to do a little bit of counting. So this is 5 blocks wide. 6, 7, which means we need, let's do another 12. So we'll do another 6 blocks on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And on this side as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I think that gets us what we need. I do think that gets us what we need. Now, do we want a foundation block, maybe? Maybe diorite or polished diorite is the foundation block. And then we'll go up from there. I had all this spruce stuff and I don't think we're going to use it. So we'll add another one there. The last thing we need is our depth. Let's do 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's probably more than we need. But I want to make sure we have more than enough space to get what we need to get done. Okay, so we need a lot more calcite. Let's grab some diorite. I think we've got everything else we need right now. I think. I almost want the roof to be a mixture of glass and spruce or dark oak. Let's grab some materials and we'll play with it. Like I mentioned earlier, this is an exercise I don't typically do in survival. It's kind of fun though. It's different. Makes the brain work in a more creative way. A different kind of way, I should say. I do like the roof line here, that kind of U shape. We just need to be drawn out quite a bit. Let's see. Let's see what we have to offer here. Those might come in handy too. We'll see. We will see. I don't need this rotten flesh and I don't need this grass. So let's grab a little bit of moss. And let's grab some oak leaves as well. You know what else would be good? Glow berries. Do we have? Yes, we do. We don't need that single piece of dirt. Let's do that. We can put some of this away too. Bring some bone meal. And we've got some shears in our ender chest, so I think we're actually good to go there. I'm not sure what we're going to do with our sheep. Now that I think about it, my brain has been on bees. Could maybe do a second level. We could integrate it somehow. That's tough. That is tough. Let's see how much space these bees take up. And maybe we can go from there. I totally forgot Dyer, right? That's okay. Let's get some of this stuff in. And to save us some time, let's do this. A peaceful fly over to our storage system. Sometimes I can't help myself. Gotta go, gotta go. The walls could be useful too. There's one other thing I wanted to check as well. Here we have our broken bee farm. But it's only broken because our bees decided they didn't want to stick around. Everything else works as I would expect it to. And this is really simple. This is just for honeycomb. So we have a dispenser, 2 redstone. Is that it? And then a hopper line? I guess so. Dispenser, 2 redstone, observer, looking into the hive, and a hopper line. Well, I think we can manage that. That can't be too bad, right? I guess we'll have to see. All right, let's take a flight back. Get where we need to go. The mobs are out once again. Imagine that. Ooh, lightning. I must have weather sounds turned off. Let's sleep that away. We don't need a charge creeper sneaking up on us. No, no, no. All right. Another rainbow. That one's more visible. Oh, now I'm embarrassed. There we go. All right. Okay. Let's see what polished diorite looks like here. It has a more blocky feel, but it does feel a little bit more substantial. It does feel more like a foundation. And then on top of it, we can have some of our other blocks. Perfect. So now, maybe every so often, throw a diorite in there. Yeah, sure. Why not? Nothing too common. Just sporadically around. What does that look like? Yeah, that's fine. And then we can start with our calcite base. And we'll spill some of the diorite up there as well. But we're going to fill it all in with calcite first, and then we'll go back and texture a little bit. Hopefully we have enough. But this is a lot of blocks. I am thinking, though, with this design change, that we should have enough room to stick the sheep in here as well. I think we've got another stack. Yes, we've got enough. Then just like that. Okay. So we'll just play around with a little bit of this. And we'll do the same with the pale oak too. Probably get something out of that. It's fine. I don't want to go higher than 2 above though. Just to give it some sort of visual interest, so it's not just a white wall. Texturing is something that I'm getting better at. Sometimes it looks a little off, but sometimes it looks okay. Let's get these guys here. Let's do something like that. Just to tie it together a little bit more. We've got a little bit more we can make here. And actually, oh, not on me. Gotta go around to the front here. Let's get a few more. Don't need many. Don't love that. Beautiful. I'm thinking about doing, as I look at what I have in my inventory, thinking about doing a little trim detail along the roof line. Just to give that separation with some trapdoors maybe. I think one thing we're missing on the front is definitely windows. I don't know if these are the right windows. I think this is the right glass for the top. But maybe. Maybe, just maybe. Let's grab a little extra though. I like the pink for this. Don't have a ton. Do have a cluttered inventory though. Let's try it. Let's see. Maybe it'll surprise us. If I just do something like this. Yeah. Just so from the front, you have something to look at, and then maybe we'll add some bushes and things. All right, let's talk roof line. This is the hard part. So let me try to verbalize what I'm thinking here. I would like to trim it out with some spruce. So let's see. Do something like this. Don't know how high I want to go here, because I eventually do want to even it out. You know, in theory, something like this. I kind of like that. The only thing I think we need there is probably a full block. And we obviously need a lot more spruce. So let's collect that really quick. Don't need that single oak leaf by any means. Where is our spruce? Here we go. I do have an area over here, sort of outside of the kingdom, where I'll do my spruce tree cutting so I don't get a bunch of pods all around. Can you tell that it's right here? I guess I could have just flown here. We have so many saplings here already. Thinking, that's not the biggest tree, but that should be enough. That should be enough. Our main goal here is going to be using glass for the roof. But I think this will do what we need it to do for our outer trim. Whoops, I think I just stripped a piece on accident. Muscle memory. Yeah. Okay, we can do that. We've already got a stack. Got a couple more. All right, let's go back. What's that guy doing? Ooh, as we do fly back, this is one of the things I meant to clean up. This random dirt pillar. I don't know what I was using it for. Not sure. All right, let's see if... Nope, that's right. You know what? This probably should actually be stairs like that. Now, how does that look? That looks a little better. I guess either way, that's what it's going to look like. But let's put some of this away. Let's keep working at it. So we've got stairs to there. If we do a full block there, what? Actually, yeah, that's not going to work. We'd have to replace the, these guys. Now, what does it look like? Yeah, actually, I think that is more of what I was looking for. Gonna need some more stairs for sure. Let's see. Let's see. Ooh, almost landed that. Got too scared at the last minute. There we go. All right. Let's use our free cam here. Is that right? Is what I'm doing right? No. Yes? Kind of. Kind of. This does need one right there. And then like that, right? Yes, that's right. Just want to make sure we're planning this correctly. It's close. I think these two just need to be stairs, maybe? It could be half slabs, but let's try it with stairs. I'm just curious. Curious to see what that would look like. Oh, I did something wrong. Those should have been stairs. I put them back as full blocks. I think that's good. Let's see what it looks like. Something is not quite right. I think that has to come back one. Yeah. Yeah, we're a little ahead of the game here. These two need to come off. These need to come off like that. And then like that. There we go. Maybe. Now that's a full block. The joys of survival planning. These kinds of mistakes are pretty unavoidable in survival. Whereas, yeah, there we go. In creative, they're pretty easy to fix and avoid. Okay, so in theory, have our glass, just like this. First level, second level, third, fourth. Go right across. And that is actually, the initial thought was to put trapdoors along here. We might have to workshop that a little bit, see how that turns out. But let's just go across. We'll clean this up as we need to. Probably should repeat that on the other side. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea. So then we can just connect them up accordingly. Definitely gonna need more stairs. Let's just make this all into stairs. And we've got some leftovers too. This project is a little bigger than I initially expected. That's okay. We're getting things done as we expected to. I can't tell what level I'm on. That level, I think we need to go up one more, if I'm not mistaken. And then full block. And then slab. Slab, slab, and another slab, I do believe. And 2 more full blocks. I think that's right. Remember when I said that I'm my own biggest critic? I can feel it with this one. I can feel it. But we're gonna make it work. And I think it'll turn out. It just may not be exactly what I was imagining. But it'll be pretty darn close. And I think I have an idea to make the glass a little bit more interesting. We may need more glass, though. We're definitely going to need more. I don't know if we have some stashed up or not. Let's take a quick look from afar. Yep. It is kind of hitting what I was worrying about. Looks a little odd. I don't love that. Okay, that makes it look a little better. And I've got an idea to help with the other bit. More stairs. More stairs and probably some shelves as well. Let's see. Okay. That I actually think is better. I don't hate that. And then got a bunch of these trap doors. I think, whoops, I think we're going to add a little trim detail here as well. Yep. There we go. Yeah, the glass is not the most beautiful thing in the world. But like I said, maybe. Let's try this while we're here before we go get more glass. Let's say 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Another. And okay, that's perfect actually. So whoops. This may be our solution. Yep, I'm already liking that better. I think maybe we could benefit from like a spruce trapdoor on the first one. Just to give it a little bit of separation from the pale oak. Let's see. Wrong spot. All right, let's take a step back before we keep going. Yeah, That's better. And then we can honestly even throw some stairs here. And I think that may be exactly what we need. And one last touch here. Let's see. Yeah, I think that was it. Okay, let's get the rest of that glass and let's start putting that in. And then we can move our bees in, we can move our sheep in, and I think we'll be done. Let's see if we've got more glass. Not quite. Not quite what I was looking for. So we're going to have to use our smelter. I think a couple stacks will be just what we need. Oops. Just do that, that, and that. Go up to the top here. Grab a couple lava buckets. 1, 2. Whoops. One, 2, 3, and 4. All right. We've made a lot of progress so far, and I think we're getting very close to being done. But this stuff needs to cook up. While it does, I can give you a tour of the iron farm. This guy is unwaxed, but he is perpetually alive down there because the water, I guess, keeps him moving. Very odd. This whole system here is pretty cool, but it does have a bit of an issue, which you may be able to see if I can hit that correctly. Yeah, those poppies keep getting stuck in there. When it works correctly, it works great. I do have a filtering system, but sometimes it gets a little messy. Because I did want a way to add a little bit of life to the build. So the items, you can see that that iron golem just died. You'll see the items shoot out of these streams, like so. Sometimes, for whatever reason, flour makes it on that side, and that's what causes those issues. But as you can see, we have no shortage of poppies. Our lava farm up here is just completely manual. but it does its job. And then this was kind of automatic, but it didn't ended up being what I wanted it to be. That's okay. Still gets the job done. Something else I'm realizing is I don't know if I have enough observers. I probably do, but in case I don't, I'm gonna steal these ones from the Druid's Grove while we're thinking about it. They are not necessary anymore since this is not functioning correctly. I think I can leave everything else here, though. All right, back to that sand. Let's see how far that gets us. I think we should be okay. We've got most of it done. That was our least finished area there. We have our stair. We'll keep it going. Got a nice little pattern down now. I'm thinking we'll have enough. If my prediction is correct, we'll have enough. Then right here. I think that's right. Yep. Perfect. Okay, made it through. Let's see. Let's see what we're working with here. Sure, it's different. It's interesting. But all in all, it does its job. Get the outside done in just a moment. Let's focus on the bees real quick. I'm gonna need 8 observers. Of course. Of course we're a little short. Why wouldn't we be? We'll need dispensers. We should already have enough of those based on, yep. And we have our redstone. We'll need a solid block, but I think we've got that as well. And then some hoppers go into a chest or a barrel maybe. Do I have a barrel in here? I do. Let's use a barrel. In fact, let's use 2 barrels. So if we say, let's say this is our wall of bees, and we have 8 of them. Hello. Sure. Kind of scared me, to be honest. I don't know why it scared me so bad, but it did. Okay, perfect. That's perfect. We have our azalea bushes out here. So let's bring those in. Hello, everybody. Yeah, how do we want these? Just like kind of, I think maybe just scattered around. Please leave me alone. They will not leave me alone. Oop, did not want to breed that guy. Over here. Excuse me. I would like to put one right there. Okay. I'm going to have 2 corners of bees here. Okay, there we go. And we'll have a little bit of bone meal too, which means we can kind of spruce this up a bit. And this can be our barrel for collection, which means all of these will be hoppers, except for the end there. Same on this side. I'm realizing I don't think the sheep are going to be able to move in here. I might just bring them since I have so much wool already. I don't really need a farm. Feels a little greedy. We're going to cover these up with shelves. Come on, buddy. Out of the way. We got things to do, people to see. There you go. These guys are having the time of their lives. We'll use polished dye right in between. And actually, realizing we'll have to build this wall up. But first, I need an observer pointing out. Yes. And a few more. What happened? How did you get out here already? Oh no, there must be a hole somewhere. Oh no. Oh, right. Right. That's not good. That is not good. I did not foresee that. Right. What are we gonna do about that? You know what? I said I wanted to make this overgrown. Let's make it overgrown. Let's have it be like all of these are spilling out. Trying to give it a real natural look. Now, I don't know if I'm gonna love that, but at first, but we'll spill it out a little bit. Oh, sorry, bud. Yeah, we're just going overkill with this, I think. I don't hate it. I mean, I don't love it, but I don't hate it. We just kind of bone meal this area up a bit. Okay, now let's wrangle you guys. Actually, I can't do that yet. I need more oak leaves. Oh, man. There has to be at least one mistake, right? In any build like this, especially when you're working with mobs, there's got to be at least one. Let's grab some more oak leaves. Let's grab a bunch. Grab some wildflowers too, why not? I think I have some cherry ones over here. Yeah. Not sure what I did with my my bed. I mean, you can see here that there is no real method to my placing. We're just trying to make it look overgrown. I think we have definitely accomplished that. Can you get through the door? That's not good. Go ahead. Come on. We may have lost a few bees. I think that's the case. There you go, bud. Get in there. You two, come on in. Which way are you trying to go? You go? Look at me. He doesn't want to look at me. Is he looking at me? He is. Okay. There you go. All right, we may have lost a couple, but I don't think it's the end of the world. We still have plenty in there. And let's cover this up with our natural wall. We'll get our observers in, our shears, finish up our landscaping, and we'll be all good to go. Hello, Mr. Zombie. You are not what I need right now. Okay. That side's a little bit more controlled. That's okay. Can I do something with these? What can I do with these? I can't hang them from that. No, there has to be a full block. Does have to be a full block, and I don't want to put them in there on the inside of this because the bees will get distracted by them and kind of float up to them. So we're not going to mess with that. But we are going to mess with a little bit of greenery here. Just a little bit. Kind of connect this all together, show that it is one cohesive piece. Yeah, that definitely ties it together. We'll add another bush on this side. And let's just go a little crazy with some bone meal. The one other thing that I would like to do here, including getting rid of these, is, well, you know what? I kind of like it. I kind of like it. We do need lighting in here. And I did say I didn't want to use glow berries, but they seem to make the most sense. As long as we don't go too crazy, it should be okay. Let's use this again, just to see what we're working with here. I'll need my shears to remember to cut those a bit. Maybe one more, like, back here. Yeah, we'll need to add just a bit of actual light back there. Whoops. Oh, well. There's my bed. Oh, as we start to get the final things in place for this episode, this has been fun. It's really been something interesting, something different to work on. Hey, everybody, stay in there, please. We don't need a jailbreak. But yeah, it's been different. I hope it's something that you've been enjoying. Something you've enjoyed. Our sheep did not get to move in, but that's okay. It's supposed to be a relaxing long play. And if I try to get those sheep in, it wouldn't be too relaxing for me. So that's okay. We'll leave it at that. Let's move. I want some coarse dirt. Yes. Let's put some of this stuff away. We don't need these anymore. I'll keep the barrels. I just need a few more observers, which off the top of my head, I don't remember. Cobble, yeah, okay. Easy enough. We'll just make as many as I can make. 10, that'll do. Let's head back. Hello, everybody. Back to this. We need our observers here. We need a solid block behind them. Mr. B. And I think these are all going to have redstone dust on them, if I'm not mistaken. I hope that bee got out of there and is not stuck behind. All right. Redstone dust. Hello. Oh, wait. I definitely did something wrong. Something here has to be... I think these have to be dispensers. Yeah. These have to be dispensers. Whoops. Wrong way. That Might mess up the color palette a little bit. I can always put trapdoors over them though. We'll just have to see what it looks like. Whoops, don't want to do that. I think I went a little overkill with those. But that's all right. It's a little overwhelming in here with all these guys. But like I said, we're trying to give them, whoops, free reign. These bees have cost me a couple items too. An azalea leaf. A couple trapdoors. Oh geez. Oh geez. Okay. Everyone ignore me. Okay, so now we just need our calcite back. So we're going to finish the wall in here. And then we can fill those dispensers up with shears. Nope, not quite. Hey, Mr. B, I suggest getting out of there. Just a suggestion. You know, to be honest, we don't need this whole wall, and I actually don't love having this whole wall in here. What I actually need is just a barrier up here. Yeah. Is that a bee? Come on, guys. Do me a favor. Well, we'll pretend like that actually isn't there. From the ground level, you can't tell. All right, we've got some dispensers, some diorite. I think that's all we really need. Let's do this. Let's do this. Just a little path going up here. Some coarse dirt. The bees try to get in whatever hole they can find, that's for sure. And then I kind of like the idea up here of doing like just something like this. I'm not sure what I broke below there. Hopefully it was nothing important. Yeah, it just adds some visual interest up there. All right, the last thing we need to do is we just need to, you know, get some shears. Get a good amount of shears. Throw our redstone stuff away. Throw that in there. We'll pick this up. Clear our way. We'll clear our way for some shears. I don't know. I like it. It's not the most put together thing I've ever built. but you can tell that it was done with love. I'll say that. Love for the bees. All right, let's grab some iron real quick. How many shears does that make us? Basically an inventory full. Let's fill in those dispensers real quick. Hey, everybody. Let's just start with 2 in each. Why did that? I see. I see. I did something wrong with the redstone. Yes. I know exactly what I did. This is going to be a tough fix. Those should be... Not sure what happened to my other block there. There it is. Yeah, I built something wrong here. I'm not sure what. Let me do a quick cut, though we've made it without a cut this whole time. Let me do a quick cut, and I'll figure this out. I know the hopper can't be below that dispenser. Just trying to figure out where that's supposed to go. Okay, I found our problem. The hoppers actually needed to snake around the dispensers. I totally forgot that, so I sheared all of our honeycomb and then double checked to make sure it was working, and I think it is. So I think we are all good for today. Let's head outside and we'll wrap things up. All right, folks. Well, with that, the little sanctuary for our bees is all finished. The forever world is cleaned up for now, and we are ready to move on to Common Ground. I am so very excited to share it with all of you. If you've made it to the end of this video, thank you. I can't say how much I appreciate you sitting through and showing genuine interest in what I'm creating. I hope that you have a great rest of your day. I hope that some of the things we talked about in this video resonated with you. And I will see you over on Common Ground SMP. So with that, thanks for listening. Thanks for hanging out. Until next time.